Hello and welcome back to my layout, the MWCR layout in Grovemont. And I have been working on it like crazy lately, but I failed to take a bunch of pictures and videos. Whoops, my bad. I kind of got busy with it, got going, just focused, and just didn't even take pictures or nothing. I just went at it, got things done. I mean, the center of the city here is done. There's a new addition over here. I mean, this looks different. I mean, everything looks different now. It is just wild over here. And yeah, don't mind the mess behind me over there because the house is kind of, parts of the house are in kind of being reorganized right now. Especially this part behind me here because of that. Every time I expand that, this gets messy. So the fun of it. But let me turn the camera around here and I will give you some details on what is going on this layout right now and get rid of that starfire stuff behind me with a light. My camera must be a little dirty. But let me flip the camera around. I'll show you what I got going on here. Alright, well, why don't we start right here in dead center Grovemont, and we'll start with right there here because this was not here last time, and actually Pinky's was not either. But I built a nice big mall over here with the Joann Fabrics, Payless Shoes, JCPenney's, and a Hot Topic in here. 2 out of 4 that are actually companies that are actually still going. I think maybe Joann's might still have a store or two, but kind of like Kmart, they're only here and there barely. But I thought they were cool. They used to be my favorite stores. So JCPenney's, nah. But and then move over and I got this nice little sign installed. I gotta put some trim around it. I gotta get a nice sign for Pinky's here because I still gotta do interior as well. As you see, there's a little bear in there. I could probably stick a whole car dealership in there. And then move around to the back here. Let me just zoom in. We've got the whole parking lot kind of set up back there. As you can see, we've got some cars back here. I gotta finish. I'm gonna do a little bit of a raised sidewalk right there so that there can because there's going to be a loading bay for both Pinky's and the mall right there. That building right there is actually going to go up right there. See where those 2 evergreens are touching? I'm going to stand that one back up and then stick that down over it. And then I'm going to rebuild the roof, kind of all dilapidated and stuff, because what is... Okay, we'll start... I'll start off here, actually. This is a little history lesson about Grovemont that y'all are going to get here. The way this looks, because you see how it's like a big pit here, and then it kind of goes up, and it almost looks like another big pit right here, almost. Well, this was a mine. This was originally a mining area, and it was, I think what did they, I don't remember. I have, that's the one part of the history that I have not figured out yet as what was mined here. And see, being in Minnesota, I know of all the all the mining and stuff up in the north there by Duluth and all that. They do the deep mines, and especially by Hibbing. Was it north of Hibbing? Yeah. But I can't remember what the heck they mined out of there. My brain's a little rusty on that one. So I'll probably match it to whatever that was, even though this is technically a whole entire fictional city of just my doings and my state, town, whatever. I don't know. It's fictional, but not, I guess. Kind of based on different areas that I've seen, places, different, shops I've seen, different malls I've seen, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, this was originally a mining area, and then when they just couldn't find any more, they just took over, started building a town. And because originally the original town was up there, which is why that old schoolhouse is going to go up there, because right back there, let me zoom in. Oh, kind of. If you look right there, you can see the orange of the building and the gold of the truck that's sitting out front. I wonder if I can get a better view somewhere. But it is sitting in there. But that over there is what I have, like, technically, if the wall wasn't here, just keep going as as land. The original town was right over here. Well, when the mine dried up and they stopped mining it and they started building the town, while everybody moved down here, the only original building left is actually this one here, which is the Sherman house. And he still lives there with his 2 daughters. His wife sadly passed away years ago. But that's just how life goes sometimes. Then we move down here. Well, actually, we'll stay behind the Sherman house here, and we've got the Universal Cement Works. Universal Cement. And they've got their little loading dock. I still got to finish on this whole little section here. This road's all done. I got to paint up some lines real quick and do some crossing signs. A lot of detail work is what I got to do. There's, cliff, or the little billboard hill, as I call it, because it's got all these billboards and everything. Even when you come into the room here, there's KFC chicken, you can see Piggly Wigglies and all that, even old advertising, all kinds of stuff that I've got on here for this. And my one favorite one is space available for rent. It's the only one that has stuck to that side. I don't know why. The sticker on it's supposed to be a funny one. I don't know, something about cow tipping, but that one does not want to stick at all. Let's see. Well, I finally got the Sinclair building all nice and detailed up and solidified. I just got to do a little bit more with the parking lot there. There's the Grovemont toy shop and the radio station. This building here, I'm not sure what I'm doing with that one, because it's actually empty. There's no business in it whatsoever. And I'm not sure what to do with that one, because I'm trying to figure out where to put a police station. That's the only battle I've had, is because the fire station's up there, but the building, I don't even want to look at that. That's just no. Just no. I can tell I was tired when I made that, because it's just garbage. We'll keep over here for a minute. Let's see. I'm probably... Oh my gosh, excuse me. I'm either going to clear a little section right here and move the park sign over there and make like a small... I don't know, that's not even big enough for a police station even. I almost need to take that building, take the signs off that one, put it on there. Or actually just take the signs off that in general and just get rid of it. Make that into the police station. Make upper levels and then turn that into some little business. Ooh, I could turn that into an old Ben Franklin's. That'd be cool. I haven't been to Ben Franklin's in forever. But then we kind of move over here. I've been trying to get this painted. It still looks like crap a little bit. Kind of started looking more like a candy cane. I'm thinking I'm going to demolish this tower, and I'm going to buy some actual thinner, like really thin wood, and then really take my time on building it and do the actual style where it's like at the fine point almost at the bottom. And I'd have to find a picture. I'll shove in a picture, like I'll stop the video and shove in a picture right here. Okay, now that you know what I'm talking about, yeah, now you see why I kind of want to demolish this, because it more looks like this. Am I right? I mean, it looks like a goddamn candy cane. I mean, that's why, that's why my layout has changed so much over the last 8+ months, because I've done different projects, and guess, you know what? Live, learn, and actually this can come right off of here right now, because I will just eventually redo it. So, yeah, I don't care for how this one came out. I may just put this aside somewhere for now and save it for something else. Maybe I'll stick it up there and actually just paint this thing solid white again, and then I'll do finer stripes. We'll see. I'll just lay that right there. Okay. Then we move down here. Oh my gosh, we moved down here. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, I don't even have to go into what all is up there. That's the Tide and Toilet Company up there. The only thing that I've added was a new, just a little storage building back there for the railroad, but it's literally not going to get used for anything. It's just decoration. But if we move down here, get rid of that glue lid. I don't need it anymore. We move down here. Holy Toledo, look at what we got down here. We have a whole new area. And it's nothing but dirt down here, too. So I put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses down here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 houses, and that is Mr. Gray's full service station. I'm gonna put a gas pump down there and everything. Make it a little convenience store. I may take this house and turn it 90 degrees so that it faces this way. So, just because I have a feeling that, whoever buys this house is not going to want to stare at the convenience store all the time. They'll want to kind of have like a neighborly view. So I'll probably just turn that and then, do the driveway down, because the driveway is actually right here. And then I need to paint up the cliffside. This part right here is actually from when I had that mountain side right here. So it worked perfect, and I'm just gonna go in and kind of get rid of some of the yellows, blend it in with the browns. Holy my goodness, my mouth does not want to talk. My brain is going, but my mouth ain't catching up. And then I'm gonna do some work over here. I gotta take all these bushes out, probably take all that grass off right there. I gotta take a lot of this off. I'm gonna have to redo this a little bit, and then I gotta come up over this whole bit right here for the wood. I might leave this part alone, but once it gets up in here, this is getting meshed. I'm gonna take some old like hand cloths, towels, and stuff that I'm like putting into strips, because they're getting rotten, so that they're getting bad, that we don't want to use them anymore. But I might as well put them to good use and recycle them and put them into the actual layout. And that's actually how I built that whole from that all Billboard Hill right there is underneath is nothing but my old hand towels, washcloths, There was even a bath towel that went in there that, just started getting a couple little holes in it. So we just retired it, and I cut it up into strips, and I put it in there with some flour paper mache mixture, and it dried really well. Put in KFC, the billboards, dirt, put in bushes, and boom. So, looks freaking cool. Looks good. You wouldn't even know there was cloths under there. You wouldn't even know. I mean, the only way that you could possibly tell that, something's under there is because, you can see that this is still kind of white right there. But you wouldn't know that it's actually a cloth. You wouldn't know that that's a washcloth or a towel or whatever. There's all kinds of different things that you can use. You can blend in, like there's that purple foam. There's cardboard under here. These roads. Okay. I'm gonna run a little questionnaire here real quick. And I want you guys to pause the video in a minute here and comment down below and tell me, what do you think I made these roads out of? What do you think I made them out of? Because there's texture to them. As you can see, let me remove my monster can. If you run a car over it, you can hear it. You can hear that texture. What do you think I did? Pause the video now and tell me. It's actually two different things that I've used. If you see how there's a difference between these two, for anybody that has done any home repairs, what's that look like to you? If you said an asphalt shingle, you'd be correct. Because from this line to probably about that orange car right there in the green truck, it's all one strip of like a roof shingle, just glued down, and then I painted it with the lines. Then the rest of this, I took a bunch of my leftover dirt, some cement dust, crumbles, basically, fine dirt, and I sprinkled it, where I needed it. Just did the Mod Podge water mix, dilution, and then went everywhere, glued everywhere that I wanted my roads to be, even my parking lots. I mean, look at this. I mean, that is solid. I mean, you drive a car over this, yeah, that sounds like a freaking road. I mean, and all it is just dirt that I literally took out of my driveway, sifted it, got all the fine sand out, and then I laid it where I wanted it, and boom. Let it dry for 24 hours. Then I went back in, painted it black, really thick black. Like, I bought one of these big bottles. Like, I've gone through a few of these, like quite a few of these, just doing these roads. I mean, there's from, let's see, it's wood there, dirt all the way from there to right there where the bus is. Then there's part of a shingle in there to there. Or no, it's a shingle all the way to the tracks, sorry. And then from the other side of the tracks, dirt all the way to right about here, painted thick black. And then I did another shingle here. And then it went to asphalt, but there is some concrete under there because I have concrete there that went this direction, but I kind of tore up some of that. Then it's literally just sand and glue all throughout all of this up to right here. From here to here is a shingle. From here to here is dirt, and dirt to there. And then from there down is another shingle, and then that's more dirt. So if you look along, you almost can't tell in spots, except for that one, which I need to just paint black, but I'm debating on leaving it because it kind of looks cool being old. So I might leave that. Now, like with over on the grain elevator over there, that's just all solid dirt. I didn't even paint it, nothing. Like as soon as it crosses the tracks there, it's solid dirt. Because there's actually a entryway over there that I'm gonna try to get purchase a semi truck with like a trailer for it for feed, and have it look like it's pulling in there or pulling out, one of the two, and have a couple little cars parked over there too eventually. Yeah, but the roads, those were one heck of an experiment, because first I started with just thin cardboard or the wood on the layout or whatever, just smooth stuff. I didn't really think about like what a road actually looked like. Well, then for a while there, our van broke down and we had to scrap it because it just part of it rusted away and wasn't good. So we got rid of that, and for a little bit there we were biking, and every time that I was biking, I was looking at the roads, and I'm like, these are rough. Like, they're not exactly smooth. They're rough. If you look at a lot of the new roads that they're repaving and putting on this fine sand on, it pretty much looks like these roads that I just did. I mean, not these. These are, I mean, listen to that smoothness. Now we come over here. But yeah, I mean, these work all right. I wouldn't recommend using thin cardboard. I'm eventually just gonna cut the road out from here to probably somewhere in here, take this whole section out and redo it, raise it up with actual dirt, and then I'll just turn around and level it out. After I raise the dirt up, level it out and bring it up here, because I also got to level out the driveway for the Sherman house, because when I first did it, it drops. Look at how it drops out of that driveway. Can you imagine that poor car? It would never make it out of there. So I got to raise that up too. This building here is the only building that has not moved in 8 months. The only building. That one's not far behind it though. That one's been there for probably 5 months at least. That one's been there the full 8. So yeah, eventually I got to redo this one. The bridge, I mean, yeah, it's out of cardboard and not solid right now. I'm going to eventually redo it. It's just more for looks right now, because eventually this waterfall will get cut off here, right about here where my fingers are, and then this is going to get extended out, and the river is going to run right along next to the tracks and eventually disappear off somewhere over there. So, but this road right here, I might sand down. I did not use dirt from there to from this and like this section here. It's drywall plaster. Don't use that for roads. Just no. All right, let's come over here and let's see here. What else we got? Oh, the recycling center and garbage center. How I have this set up is I am going to be sticking another industrial building right here connected to it, because the one that we have here in town is kind of a bigger building, and so what I'm going to do is just build it empty, detail it on the outside, because once all this stuff's gone, which I'm just gonna, and yeah, that sounded like a mess. I just won't show you the mess because we'll just imagine it did not happen. But all my switches and stuff are gonna go here on this board. I have a kill switch for my power to my town right here, so I can kill my power at any time in case something malfunctions. This is going to end up being on the kill switch eventually. I may have a second one because I'm thinking of doing some sort of little N scale train running through here, but I'm not sure where, and I'm almost thinking doing it down here amongst this little neighborhood, because these roads, these houses are not permanently in there right now. I mean, they are just, soft in there. I mean, I can flip them over. So I'm just kind of playing with ideas at the moment. So what I'm thinking of doing is doing like a loop of that, little N scale train, and have it run around the little neighborhood here, and then put a whole bunch of kids on the back with a couple adults, and have the families having fun, riding around the neighborhood. Let's see. I mean, I think that's getting close to about it, because, well, actually what I didn't go into detail was when I have all the wiring coming from these switches, they're going to run into this industrial building right here and it's going to be a dead space, because I'm going to put a big hole right here, run all my wiring down, and then split it everywhere I need through this layout, because I still got to run wiring to the tracks. I still have to run wiring to a lot of these buildings. I still got to do little details on buildings as far as lights, and I still got to do backgrounds, and I want to do lights in the backgrounds somehow. There's a lot. This is going to take me another year at least, I'm sure. So, yeah. So, I think that's about it for now. I will see you guys in the next video here, and hopefully the next one I'm actually a little bit more prepared, and I can get you guys a detailed video on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, some how-to videos on how to build some buildings. I have some simple buildings that I'm going to be building here soon out of just plain boxes, so I'll show you guys how I do that. And I'm going to be making different little detail pieces, like, I don't know if you guys know not what these were, but what they're going to be. So all kinds of little details like that have still yet to be done. Hopefully soon I will be, way further, if I can point my hand the right way. This won't look like a complete disaster and white paste mess, all that. I gotta fix that plug right there. I gotta do all kinds of things with this. not so much over here, I guess, but more over here and over here. You know, it kind of progressed from that being the major headache to now that. So, in the next video, I will show you guys what I'm doing. And don't forget to like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more updates. And head on over to my TikTok. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it also on my profile. So then you guys can go find my TikTok too. Find my shorts, little videos. Eventually on there I'm going to start doing little short how-to videos. I just got to get them put together. My camera is not exactly the greatest right now. So I'll get that one figured out eventually. And then I can get you guys better videos of what I'm doing, how I'm doing them, and whatever. If you guys got questions about how I do something, I'll do videos about that. If there's something you see on this layout that you want to know how the heck I did it, leave me a comment. I'll put it in a future video here, or I'll put it in the next video. If it's a quick, just a quick little thing that I can show, I'll put it in the next video, or I'll make a whole episode about it. Depends on what you guys comment, what you guys want to see. So, why don't you guys comment and let me know. And then I'll see you guys in the next video. And hopefully you guys have a good rest of the day, and rest of however long it takes until we see each other again. Peace.